Hi guys, welcome back to week 22 of Easy Yoga with Mary. Hope you've been keeping well, washing your hands. Today we will need, well you might not need I got a blanket here today. It's for a bit of extra padding for my knees. It's just even feeling a bit extra sensitive at the minute. It's just for doing a lunge with the knee down. So it's just a bit of extra padding. So if you need a bit of extra padding for a lunge, then have something close by. Alright? When you're ready, we'll get ourselves laid down. Take your time, lie yourself down nice and carefully. Hello baby. Off you go. Off you go to bed. Extend the legs away if that suits you. Remember to change it if it doesn't. So if your back's in any way tweaky this week, feeling a wee bit vulnerable, whatever. Remember that every position can be changed, softened or altered to suit the individual. Nothing is set in stone. So you just take time to feel the ground beneath you solid and flat, and it's nice to have a moment, especially if you are still working from home and you're just kind of fitting your yoga practice in whenever you can. I know a lot of people aren't ready to come back to class or able to come back to class yet, so it's okay as long as you can squeeze your yoga in somewhere. It's such a lovely thing to feel the ground so solid and flat beneath you. It just gives you permission to let go. Do your best to leave your day at the door. And take time for your breath to settle. Just some simple breathing. I breathe in. I breathe out. 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 We'll carefully bend our right leg, foot to our mats, left leg, foot to our mats. Make your adjustments, your shoulders, your lower back. Begin drawing your knees in towards your chest, placing the hands either on the knees or behind. Allow yourself a little bit of soft movement so that every kind of movement feels right or comes naturally to you. Always with care. I'm going to start by making circles with the feet and ankles. So you just go about 5 times to the right. Slow it down.
Change direction, paddle out 5 times to the left. And just give the feet a little paddle, one at a time, to and fro. We'll spread those toes. Give them a wiggle. Have them softly pointing up. Go. Inhale. On your exhale, raise your head and chest, head and shoulders, and just check in with your neck. Check in with the shoulders and the lower back. Remember, the lower back stays on your mat. The back of your pelvis stays on your mat. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, release, lower down, keeping the knees in where they are. Just take a moment, maybe another further rock. We're going to send the 2 legs up to the sky. Now, I don't mind if your knees are deeply bent, slightly bent, or the legs are straight. You get to choose. We're going to reach the arms up. But you see the way your shoulders have lifted? Let's try and relax them down a little bit. So it's fingertips pointing towards the sky. Heels up or away. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, take a second there. Going to be doing eagle legs here, so be careful anyone with a sore knee, take care. We'll cross our right leg over our left leg, and sometimes it's good to have like a second swing there. You get a little bit further. Don't worry if you can't do the second cross, it's absolutely fine, but keep the 2 feet active. If you can, the right toes will go behind the left calf, toes pointing up on both feet. You're squeezing and engaging your thighs, but not so much that your knees feeling any discomfort, so always be aware of that. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift, raise your head and chest, just reaching the hands away. So your thighs are working, but not so much. Remember that your knees are affected, so you're not tugging your knees. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, uncurl the legs, lower down, have a moment. Send the 2 legs back up again, that's okay. So remember, slight bend, deep bend, straight you choose. Reach the hands up but relax the shoulders down. Heels away, fingertips skywards. Remember to breathe. Engage your thighs and draw in through your belly. Bend the knees back towards the chest, just have a moment, real soft movement if you're having any. Then we'll cross the left leg over the right and say, it's like a second swing. So don't worry if you can't do the second part of the cross, it's absolutely fine. Toes up then. If you can, it's left behind right calf. Toes pointing up with both of the feet. Remember, take it easy on the kneecaps, always scan them. Inhale. Exhale, lift, raise your head and chest and reach your hands away. Thighs are working. Legs are active. Inhale, exhale, uncurl, lower down, take a moment. One more of the legs up. 2 legs up, remember slightly bent or deeply bent. 2 arms up. Relax the shoulders, draw in through the belly. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, knees to chest. 2 feet in your mat. Let's have the feet hip width apart. Check them out. Outer edge of the feet should be straight and parallel, lined up with the hips. You should be able to see that. Roll the arms out, tuck the shoulders in and down. Lengthen your lower back, your tailbone away from you. Inhale. You're going to slowly peel yourself off your mat so you're lifting the bottom, each of the vertebrae up to the shoulders or more. exhale as you slowly lower it all the ways back and down. Inhale. You're going to slowly lift the pelvis, the vertebrae. Exhale to slowly lower back and down. Now we're well used to that, so 2 prep will be enough. Bring the arms in and down. Inhale, lift. You might need a little further adjustment just with the head. It's just very, very slight. Now use your feet strongly. Get the feeling that your knees are travelling forward, that your body is long. Front body long, back body long. You're not clenching your buttocks, but they are engaged. Try to know the difference. It's a kind of centre point. Even visualize the centre point in the cheeks. Inhale, exhale as you slowly begin to roll yourself back and down. Take a moment there. Any little adjustments you feel you need, draw the knees in. We'll just go for a simple twist from here. Remember, the legs don't have to go all the way to the ground. They could rest on a blanket or a block. 2 knees to the floor on the right. The closer they are to your belly, just a little bit more active. It makes it a wee bit more active. Choose the position of the left arm. If you can have it further away, do so. Want to get a bit of an armpit stretch in there. But obviously you'll change that if you're working with a sore shoulder. Slowly does it as we bring the arm back and bring the legs back. Having a moment. Draw the knees in, roll them to the left. Adjust your shoulders, your head and neck very subtly there if you need to. Right arm is away, so if you need it closer, that's fine, but if you can have it further away, do so. I want to get a wee bit more of a length into the armpit area there today. Take your time as you come back to center. Any movement that you feel you need or want. Remember, any issues with your back today, or if you're new to class, roll over to one side and carefully push yourself up. Otherwise, we will roll ourselves up. Come around to a tabletop position, hands and knees. I'm just going to grab my blanket now and place it underneath my knees. Seems very deep. I think I'll just open it out a bit. So remember, you can use other things. You can have a folded up mat. Things like that. So getting ready for downward dog. We are shoulder width with the hands. The knees are on your extra pad in there if you need it. Getting ready for downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, lift your knees off your mat and up you come. Remember, don't worry about straightening the legs. Think about sending the sit bones back. Think about feeling or aiming for length in your spine first and foremost. Any little movements that you feel you need or want. Lovely. Now, slowly does it. Just keep an eye on that right leg. Inhale, right leg off our mat and in the air. We'll have the right foot forward to the inside of the hand. Remember, it's fine to bring your knees down first before you sweep it. That's absolutely fine. Right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. We'll bring the left knee down. Want you to lunge low if you can. So you've taken your back knee as far back. I would say comfortable, but you know, why be comfortable? You want to feel it. You want to feel it. Lovely. Now we'll just slide that front foot back a few centimetres. Adjust your back knee there if you need to. I'm not sure I've got enough padding. And then we're going to lift ourselves up because I'm also on a tiled floor here. This makes it extra tough. You want to just take a moment, just kind of feel your spot. Hips facing forward, knee bent, still feeling at least a little bit of a length on the back leg. We're going to just roll the shoulders back and down, link them together, the hands together if that suits you. If it doesn't suit you, you keep them parted. So you roll back, you lift your ribs into your belly, your gaze is soft, straight ahead. We release the hands down, have a little bit of movement there, and then softly sweep the two arms up alongside the ears. You can bring them together in a prayer position if you wish, or you can keep them apart nice and broad. So the choice is yours. Remember, you've got to read your signs. If it's a simple kind of lunge that you need today, that's okay. We'll bring our hands to your heart, and just to feel a little bit more stable, that front foot, just another wee tad back, just another centimetre or so. Pop the left hand or the two hands onto the thigh, the right thigh, and begin to turn your upper body slowly to the right. Now pause. Don't let the front foot or the front knee move. Same with the back foot. So you plant them and you turn a little bit more. See what that feels like. You might be able to turn a little bit more. We're going to keep the left hand on the thigh so we control it, and we'll float the right hand back with the thumb pointing up. If that's too much for you, you can keep the hand there to the lower back. Just kind of think of like a kind of semi-cartwheel as you draw the right hand, two hands back and down. Have a moment. We'll get the back knee off our mats now and pause here. Just kind of strengthening and lengthening out through that back leg. We're going to meet in down dog. So remember, if you need to bring your knee down to get there, that's okay. Take a moment. You can do a wee dance, whatever you feel you need. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, so it's going to be left leg. Inhale, left leg up your mat in there. Keep a look at it. Yes, the big toes pointing down. Upper arms feeling even. We'll have the left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Take your time if you need it. Left hand forward. We'll bring the right knee down. Flatten the foot. Now lunge low. Check your line at the front knee above heel. Breathe. And I know for some people it can be hard to take the back leg further back, so only do what is right for you, but just see what you can do. You want to hold it for 3 decent breaths. So we're going to just move or slide the front foot back a couple of inches, a few centimetres. Adjust your back knee if you need to, and slowly lift yourself up. So you want to just take a moment. Know if you need any little adjustments, hips facing forward. We will roll the shoulders back and down. We will encourage the arms away behind us. You can keep them apart and broad if need be. You can link them together just to make a wee bit more of a roll back going on with the shoulders. Perhaps puts a little bit more of an upper back arch there. Plant your feet, both of them. We release the hands again. Give those shoulders a little rotate. And when you're ready, sweep the arms up alongside the ears. You can keep the hands apart and broad. You can bring them together in a prayer position if you wish. Even make a wee steeple with your first 2 fingers perhaps. Now, you can take this nice and easy. You can make it stronger. Some people can really, do a really strong crescent moon.
Very much down to the individual. Plant the feet. Lovely. Hands to your heart. Then onto that thigh. So I'm just going to move that front foot back just another wee centimetre there or more. Probably more, I would imagine. Slowly does it. So the two hands are on the thigh here. We begin to turn that upper body to the left a little bit at a time. Plant your feet. Turn a little bit more. Plant your feet. Perhaps turn a little bit more. So it's upper body. Let's keep the right hand on the thigh to control the knee. Float the left hand back, thumbs up. Ready? We're just going to cartwheel or dial that left hand back and down, two hands down. We'll have the toes under the back leg and the back knee of our mat. Just to take a moment there to lengthen out through that calf, back of the knee, hamstrings. We'll meet back in down dog. I'm just going to slide that blanket out of the way first. We are done with that. And when you're ready, back to down dog. You might like to do a wee dance or whatever. Double checking the hands. Remember, don't forget the length in your spine. Your legs will always get lengthened over the course of a class. You want to take care of the back. Okie doke. Bend your knees generously, lift your hands. Begin to step or walk forwards. We'll hang down over the legs. Take hold perhaps, or take hold of the elbows or forearms. Nice sway or shim. Raise the hands. Slowly uncurl to come up. Nice exhale for me. And step the feet together. Take a moment to spread through your toes, your instep and your heels. Getting ready for our chair, squat or Utkatasana. Bend the knees to sit down. Take a second there. Bringing the arms up alongside the ears. The palms are facing. Take them just a little bit wider so it's softer in your shoulders, more comfortable and natural. You should be gazing in front of your mat so that the back of your neck is long, and draw in through your belly and your front ribs. Okay, we're going to bow down and step the feet back to down dog. Right leg again. Inhale, right leg off the mat and in the air. Keep looking at that big toe. You're just drawing a nice straight line up. Right foot forward, the inside of the right hand. Take your time getting there if you need it. We're going to get ready to sweep ourselves up. So the back foot, let's step it in a few centimetres or inches first. Use your front foot strongly, lift yourself up. We'll put a bend in that front knee. Just double check the hips are facing forward. Back foot, remember the toes shouldn't be pointing straight out to the left. That's no good. You want them pointing kind of to the front left corner of your mat. Two arms up alongside the ears. So the knee is bent. You are lifting your ribs and pressing the feet down. Bring the hands to your heart. Now, back foot's just a little bit far away. Step it in just a wee tad there for me. Front knee is now soft, not deeply bent. Hips are still facing forward. Begin to turn your upper body to the right. Small steps. Turn the upper body so it's the belly, ribs and shoulders to the right. Use your feet. You're going to find this wobbly. Turn your upper body to the right. Now, we'll float the right hand back, thumbs up. Left hand forward, thumbs up. Let's see, we put a slight bend back in the knee. Now you are not leaning forward towards your knee in the front of your mat. Bring your spine back. Plant your feet. Okay, and we'll just softly kind of cartwheel it all back and down, and take a moment here before you go any further. And when you're ready, we'll step the feet back to downward dog. You'll have to adjust both of the feet, of course. A little bit of movement. Sway your shin. Left leg. Inhale, left leg off your mat and in the air. Keep looking at the big toe. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Back foot, step it in a few centimetres or inches, depending on the length of limbs. Use your front foot strongly. You can do this fast or slow, you choose. Knee remains bent. Pop the hands on the hips. Remember that back foot, the toes are not pointing out to the right like that. They should be pointing roughly to the front right corner of your mat. Doesn't matter if your heel lifts. So knee bent, hips facing forward, arms up alongside the ears. Take time there. Kind of feel the shoulders relaxing and gliding down your back. Feel your lift through your belly. Back leg is strong. If it's too much and you need to put a bend in the knee, that's okay. Lovely. Inhale, hands to your heart, and then on to your hips. So we want to step that back foot in just a little bit. Ease off in the front leg so it's just soft and not deeply bent anymore. We'll begin to turn the upper body to the left. So you're turning, let's bring the hands back to heart for that. Turning the ribs and shoulders to the left. Pause. Turn another, and if it's too much, you can put your 2 hands on your thighs as well. Upper body. Use your feet, you're going to feel yourself wobbling. Upper body. Float the left hand back. Right hand forward. If you can we put a little bit of a bend back in that front knee. So remember, you're not reaching to the front. You are stacked. Head above heart, heart above pelvis. Slowly, that's what we're going to just kinda cartwheel the 2 hands back and down. We will take a moment, and when we're ready, we'll step the left foot back to downward dog. Soften the knees again. We're going to step forward, walker step. Let's bring the feet together. We're going to come up into a squat this time. Just those feet a little bit, remember. Knees generously bent. Slowly begin to lift the belly, ribs, the chest off the thighs. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Gaze in there just in front of your mat. So the back of the neck is long. You're not lifting your chin and closing off. You're keeping it more subtle, soft and natural. We're just going to float it down, step back to downward dog. Okie doke. Tabletop position. Take a moment. You can have a wee pad to the hands. Now I'm just going to turn around to face you in a second actually. What I want you to do, if you can, is curl the toes under, like really curl the toes under. We're going to sit back on our heels to give our foot a nice stretch. This can be too much for a sore knee. You could put your blanket or something behind your knees there to take a bit of the pressure off. Or kneel up. So, you have a choice. You can put one of those flat blocks there as well, just to give your foot a stretch. And if your feet are rebelling too much and won't have it, then so be it. I'm just going to turn to face this way at the camera for a moment. Now, you're kind of drawing in through the belly and sending that tail down, so the spine should be tall. We're going to do eagle arms here. Everybody's different, so we'll start by bringing the hands, forearms and elbows together. Sit tall, draw into the belly. Remember, you can always kneel up if need be. Now you can stay here at this point. You don't have to go any further, especially if you're working with a sore shoulder. If you can, we'll sweep the right arm over the left arm and bend up both of the arms so the backs of the hands are together. This is another point where you could stop. Lovely stretch around the shoulders there. If you can, left fingers in the right palm, so the fingers should be straight. Draw in, gaze to the thumb. Uncurl, give the shoulders a little rotate, move the head. Your feet might want a wee break for a moment so you can put your fingertips down and give the feet a wee wiggle. Going to do the other side, so let's go back to curling those toes under. Don't forget about the little toe as well. We're going to sweep the left arm over the right arm, bend up both of the arms. So you can stop at this point here, be absolutely fine. You can go back to here with forearms and elbows together if you wish. If you can, you'll have the right fingers in the palm. Fingertips pointing straight, gazing to the thumb, draw in through the belly. Uncurl the arms. You're going to want to give those feet a wee break. I'm just going to swing around here so you can be on your knees and just give the toes and the feet a wee wiggle. They'll thank you for it. Placing the feet down, maybe a wee sway shim. We're going to do a dolphin and then a dolphin plank. Sore shoulders could change to a forearm dolphin or a forearm plank. See if that helps you any. And if your shoulder's really, really bad and you have to leave it out, then so be it. So we're going to come down onto the forearms, have the hands together in a prayer position. Take a look at those elbows, check they're not too wide. So they would just be the distance if you were holding your elbows first, then bringing the hands forward. We're going to curl the toes under. Lift the knees up, aim high with the sit bones, adjust the feet slightly. Just take a moment to feel the length in your spine. Some people can get their heels down. Some people cannot get their heels down. I would be that person. Breathe. Use your hands strongly. Use your forearms strongly. Then we're going to begin to drive or squirrel the feet a little bit further back so that we can come into a forearm plank. You'll move your body weight forward so you're looking to your thumbs, your fingers. Draw up through the thighs and in through the belly. Very carefully we'll lower down. Let's bring the knees down. Slowly does it, lower the toes away, coming onto the belly. You'll find you've come into like a kind of soft dolphin back bend here. Make sure it feels okay. You might need to make your legs a little bit longer, giving you a wee bit more space. What we're going to do is we're just going to lower down and we're going to do some mini back bends. So release the hands to your mat. Elbows out, lower all the way down and just rest one cheek on your mat or your hands. Pause. Relax your feet and let go. Okay, we're going to start with the crocodile. So, elbows down. You're holding your head in your hands, your cheeks are in your hands, your legs are long and active, not too wide, not too close. Now, we're really low here. I'm keeping this very soft. The elbows are a little bit more in front than what they would be traditionally in this position, but it's a softer position. So, these couple of mini back bends, they're where you can start when you're recovering from a sore back or if it's kind of constant in your life. Depending on how you feel on any given day, you might need a really soft crocodile, which is what this one is. You're kind of sinking and fully relaxed in it, in fact. Also, make sure the back of your neck feels comfortable here. We're going to make it a little bit more active just by moving the elbows a little closer to our bodies. We'll just lift the head kind of off the hands for a second and be supported more by the fingers. But again, let's make those legs long. Now, these first couple of back bends are kind of great for anyone with a sore back or recovering after a sore back. That's not to say that this was a class for a sore back, because it wasn't by any shape, form or fashion. I will do one in the next few weeks. Now we're going to place the hands down to our mats, and we're going to lower for a second just to give the back a little pause. Lower really softly and carefully. You can rest your opposite cheek. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable. Let go of the legs and feet. Begin to raise the head. Now we're going to turn this into the Sphinx pose, which is just a little step up. We did do them a few weeks ago, I think. So the hands are down, the forearms and the elbows are down. Again, you get to kind of call exactly the position of those elbows. If you need a little bit more, if you need it to be a little bit softer, you can just slide the hands just a tiny bit in front, so the elbows aren't exactly under the shoulders here. That's okay. If it feels right, if it feels good for you and comfortable, if it's what you need, then that's fine to do that. Always keep the legs active from the belly in. You'll notice that this is like definitely a step up from the crocodile there, Makarasana. So I'm just going to slide my hands back a little bit just to make it a wee bit kind of stronger. Your gaze is more, it's not actually straight ahead yet. You're still softly gazing just in front of your mat there, I would say. Lots of the guys that come to my class, if you're a regular at yoga, you'll know that sore backs are in life are a common thing. It's not to say yoga caused them, yoga didn't, but with sore backs in general. So this is a great alternative to a cobra because it's softer, and you can have the elbows a little bit more in front, which will make it softer again. We're going to lower down between before we travel on to cobra then. So softly, elbows out, lowering down with care, resting your opposite cheek, relaxing your legs. Remember, you can have your hands anywhere you choose when you're having your pause. So we're going to travel on to cobra now. We'll have our hands at chest level. And remember, if it doesn't suit you, you can choose one of the previous positions, or leave it out. So your hands are at chest level. The thumb would just kind of kiss the outside of the breast. I mean, if you're broader in the shoulders, they wouldn't be so close to the body. It's all about your own dimensions. Roll your shoulders back and down. Keep your elbows in close. Let's lengthen out through the legs. Slowly does it. As you inhale, you begin to kind of lift the nose, the chin, the chest. So you are gazing towards the front of your mat initially. You can begin to lift the head a little bit more so your gaze is more to the front. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed, to keep your elbows in close. It's not about straight arms. It's about using your hands, your upper arms here. Your legs are long and active. You're not clenching your buttocks, but you are just kind of engaging them in a more subtle way. Think of a center point, same as in your bridge pose when lying on your back. Remember, you get the lovely stretch in the lower abdomen here, the lower belly, your psoas muscle. We're going to lower, inhale, Exhale really slowly. Lower down. Rest in opposite cheek. Hands and arms in the position of your choice. Remember, only hold the back bend for as long as feels right for you. Sometimes for a sore back, even a back bend is too much. And that's okay. If you think that does not feel right for me, then don't do it. Okay, we're going to have our hands at chest level and carefully push yourselves to a tabletop position. We'll have the big toes touching and the knees wider. Slowly does it. We're going to sit back to your heels. Allow yourself a little bit of movement. You know, you'll only sit back as far as you can anyway. You might like a little bit of a kind of sway, soft sway from side to side with the hips. So we didn't do a sideways stretch today, but this kind of gives you a wee mini one. You can get like a mini sideways stretch in a downward dog as well. So just whatever's right for you. We're going to rest down, pause down. You can have your head on your hands. You can have your hands in front. You can have your hands down alongside the legs and feet. So just breathe into your back. Begin to raise your head just a little for me. I want to show you an alternative to coming all the way down with the head, especially if anyone with a sore neck or back. So you can bring your elbows down and you can rest your head rather than your cheeks. It could be your cheeks, but that closes off the back of the neck. So if you rest your head in your hands, where you're just gazing down between those elbows, it's a really lovely position because sometimes going all the way down can be too much. This is quite nice. This is very nice. So just remember, this is an alternative. If you need an alternative, we'll have our hands down. We'll slide them towards us. We'll get ready for some relaxation. So we'll begin to lie ourselves down. And as the days get colder, or depending on what time of year or what time of day you're doing your yoga, if you have a blanket close by, you cover the body for your yoga nidra, your relaxation. It's a very lovely thing. You won't look back. Lower yourself down onto your mat. Take your time to make any little adjustments you feel you need. You can either keep the knees bent or extend the legs away. Taking time now just to settle. Bring your awareness to your feet. And just softly move the toes. And allow the feet to let go and relax. Bring your awareness into your legs, to the calves and the shins, the back of the knees and the kneecaps, back of the thighs and the top of the thighs. Breathe. Let go and relax. Bringing your awareness to the pelvis, the groin, the hip bones, the buttocks. Breathe. Let go and relax. Bring your awareness now to all of the back, the spinal column, the lower back, each of the vertebrae.
each of the discs. Breathe. Let go and relax. Bringing the awareness now to the shoulders, to the shoulder blades, down along the arms, through the elbows, the wrists, to the backs of the hands, the fingers, palm of your hand. Breathe. Let go and relax. Bringing your awareness now to your belly. Notice the movement, the in and the out. The coming and going. Bring some awareness now to the breastbone, to your heart center, to the collarbone, to the front of the throat, and just swallow once or twice to help clear the throat. Bring some awareness now to the back of the neck and the back of the head, the crown of the head and the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyelids, the eyes, the cheekbones and the cheeks, the tip of the nose, the nostrils, the lips, the tongue resting, the chin, the jawline and the ears. Breathe. Let go and relax. We're going to get ourselves ready for movement. Begin by moving the toes and feet, the fingers and hands. Carefully bending each of the legs, feet to your mat. Take a moment there, just make any little adjustments you need to make. Draw the knees in. Really softly, whatever kind of movement feels right. 2 feet to your mat. We'll just bring the right arm up and back to the floor behind us. If that suits your shoulder, roll over to your right side. You're just resting on the arm for a moment. Whenever you're ready, just use your left hand to push you up to sitting. Sit in your easy cross. Remember to alternate your legs. I think we're getting all weathers today. So, thanks for turning up. Thanks for joining me. If you'd like to join me in the flesh, there's my Tuesday morning, Thursday morning class. Tuesday morning's doing really well. Actually, pretty much booked up a few spaces in the Thursday each week. So, love to see some new faces there, or some old faces if you fancy coming back. Remember, give me a like, subscribe. My link to my PayPal is in the comment box below. Here's my main man. Thanks for coming. Namaste. Hello, baby. Okie doke, thanking you.